Good morning, YouTube. How are you all? Sorry, I'll just adjust my what's that? A selfie stick. It is way too early. It's 7:30 on Sunday morning. What am I doing out of bed on a canal walk? It's 4 degrees. It's the 5th of November. The sun is just rising in Berkshire. It is the 5th of November 2017. My name's Jan Silver and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond a gastric bypass, as you all know. I haven't YouTubed for a couple of days and I've been super busy. I had such a lovely day yesterday. I met up in my local, really the biggest town near me, which is Reading, with Liz, Lizzie B, RMY and Jane Bradfield. Liz is 6 months post-op, post-bypass, and Jane is awaiting a date for her surgery. So we're all different stages, different stuff going on in our lives, and as always when I meet people like that, I've met Jane on numerous occasions, but I just come away feeling really uplifted and supported. I think if you get the right people on your journey, as I've always said, you know, it can really, really help you, and we can help each other, which is part of life, right? It's like any relationship, it's about give and take. And I had a few, the photo challenge that Katrina put up, so far it's only day 4, but I've managed to do every day. And one of you had to write down your goals for November, and one of them was I wanted to start to wear more dresses now I'm smaller and feeling a bit better about myself. And I'm happy to report already that day 4, yesterday, I've worn a dress every day for 4 days. I'm not going to say I'm going to wear a dress every day for the whole of November, but that feels really good. It feels odd, but it feels good, because generally if I ever wore a dress, which was really rarely, it was to get up and get out and go somewhere, not just to have a dress on for the daytime. So the fact that I can now fit in medium-sized tights, this is good, by the way, because it also acts like a wing mirror, because if I've got my headphones on, which also doubles up and keeps my ears warm, I can't hear cyclists behind me. So I'm not saying I'm going to walk like this the whole walk, but while I'm YouTubing, I can at least see if there's anybody behind me, because I'm not even sure if I'd hear the bell, a bicycle bell. Anyway, back to it. My dresses, I felt really good about myself. On Friday night, my husband had a friend come to stay the night that he went to college with. Jeff's a big chap, and I mean, he's tall and large, and we've always had a bit of a joke that whenever we greeted each other, or if he was sat on the sofa, I'd go and give him a hug, and he was the only person in the world that could make me feel like a little girl. So we've both been big together, and his reaction to seeing me on Friday blew me away, just blew me away. He walked in the door and just stood, his jaw dropped to the floor, and he literally just went, "Oh my God, Jan," and he kept twirling me around like a princess, and he was just like, wow, I didn't expect this. He knew that I'd had surgery. I'd seen him shortly after surgery, so obviously he hadn't lost much weight, and he just said to Harry, "I'm sorry mate, can't take my eyes off your wife." I was like, that was just the nicest compliment to feel. I felt great, I can't deny that. So that was a fantastic start to yesterday, Friday. Had a really good meal with them. Howie cooked. My period's been around, so I've not been 100%, but I've pushed on through. And in fact today it's a lot easier, hence why I'm up and out so early, I think, on a Sunday, even after being at the pub till 1:30 this morning. And then yesterday, after our lunch with Jane and Liz, I asked if they'd help me come and try and find a dress. I've got Tom's naming ceremony next weekend, and I think where I've not worn dresses and haven't felt great about myself being a bigger person, as I've always said, I've always covered up and worn what I can, not I haven't chosen something, so I asked them to come and have a look at some dresses with me, which we did, and it was just really fun doing it with the girls. I guess that's something I've always stated. I didn't like shopping, and I didn't like shopping because nothing bloody fitted, right? So to have that with the girls yesterday was just, yeah, I don't know, it felt proper girly. Lunch and shopping, that's what girls do, right? I reckon this is a whole new life for me, Howie. Watch out, buddy, watch out. Our bank balance could be going down. And in fact, you know, Liz and Jane were picking out dresses that I possibly wouldn't have looked at. I was willing to try on anything. I get into a 14, but I did realise yesterday that when you're putting on some of the sizes in tighter dresses that are meant to be huggy, a 14 shows every lump and bump, and I'm not sure I want that, so I was putting also 16s on. And in fact the changing room attendant was watching me in and out and doing up my zips of dresses, and she actually came out with a dress and she said, oh, I hope you don't mind, I just thought this would really, you know, show your eyes off, your blue eyes off. No, I'll give it a go, I'll try it on. I bloody loved it. You know, when you just think, wow, but that's her job, I guess, is to be able to look at somebody and know what would suit them. I just have to show you this. Parts of this walk I just adore. I don't know whether you can see, the sun's just coming up over a lake over there. I've got a jogger now behind me. Oh well, he's just going to have to be part of my YouTube. Say good morning to Mr. Jogger. He actually looks like he's got a swimming hat on. But yeah, hi Jogger. So yeah, I didn't actually buy a dress, but the fact that I was confident enough to try them on and come out and show Liz and Jane and to get their opinions was really, really helpful. And like I said, I think it could be the way of things to come. Yes, he's got a swimming hat on. I hope he's not going to jump in the canal, it's a bit bloody cold. Yeah, so I got back from my shopping trip with the girls yesterday, and Chelsea, Max and Willow turned up, so that was a really pleasant surprise. Had a couple of hours with them, having a play around, and then my husband and I popped over the pub over the road to meet the neighbours, which I've never really done on a regular basis. I'm a tight ass, so I don't like spending that kind of money. But we knew there was fireworks going over there last night, and we knew all the neighbours would be there, so it's quite nice to just meet them every now and then. And actually ended up having a really good night, and I wonder if it's because I'm feeling confident in myself. I wore my jumper dress from Primark yesterday, which I'd had on with the girls, and I felt really good. And one of my neighbours, I haven't seen for a few weeks, she just kept saying, you look fantastic, Jan, you look so good and healthy. And I was like, just kind of bouncing on cloud nine a little bit, really. So yeah, it's fair to say I'm pretty happy with my journey. I drank too much wine last night, but hey ho, I'm not going to worry about that because I had a really good night. Surprised I'm up and out at 7:30 because of that, but this is me. The reason I'm on this walk. Last week it was down to competitions on Fitbit from Claire, Zara and Dawn. This weekend, I accepted a challenge from Amy Splatard. Oh, she does about 20,000 million miles a day. Why I accepted a challenge with her, I'll never know. But on the good side of it, look what it has done. I really am up and out because I don't even mind losing, I just don't want to come right at the bottom. Because I know I'm going to lose to Amy, but it's not a bad thing. You know, I was talking about this Fitbit to Liz yesterday, and she said, are they really accurate? And I said, well, they're bound to have, you know, if you're sitting at a desk and you're going to be doing that with your arm, your body's going to be thinking that you're walking when you're not. But, you know, it is what it is, and I don't sit there doing that. When you're walking, it's getting your rhythm, and it just calculates that. But you also know when you're sleeping, it's not doing loads then. People must be having a right old wriggle around in bed if it makes you think that it's walking in bed. Mine never has, so I must sleep like I'm dead. Anyway, guys, sorry for not YouTubing for a couple of days, but here we are, bright and breezy on a Sunday morning. getting into my usual walking pattern. Kind of gently told my husband I'm going for a walk and left him asleep. And then today, I think, our plans for today, I think he's got some test drives. He's test driving a couple of cars, I think. He's due a new car. So I think that's what we could be doing later. And I'll be clearing up after my beautiful granddaughter made it look like World War III went off in my orangery. But it's a good day. And I hope everybody else has a lovely day. I hope you're all well, healthy and happy. If you've got any questions at all, please pop them in the comments down below. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe. I will sound like I'm getting a bit of a cold, but I wonder if it's because I drank loads of wine last night and it's only 7:30 in the morning. Who knows? I don't feel ill. Runny nose, but then you always get that when you're out walking in the cold, right? Okay guys, from me in lovely, sunny Berkshire on the Kennet in Avon Canal, I will bid you goodbye and I'll speak to you again hopefully tomorrow. Take care, bye.